What if I told you we closed 73% of the webinar attendees while the industry standard dwells between just 20 to 30% max? Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly we achieved for one of our coaching clients. And in this video, I'm going to break down the entire case study showing you everything that we did to achieve these results, including client background, our scaling framework, system selection, campaign setup, results breakdown, and the key takeaways. By the way, before we move forward, if you are seeing me for the first time, I'm Harsh, co-founder of Bloody Marketers, where we help online coaches to scale to multiple six-figure months. Till date, we have worked with 50 coaches and consulted many more while collaboratively generating over 7 million in revenue. Now, before we dive in, let me be clear about whom this case study is most relevant for. This video is perfect for you if you are an online coach in any niche capable of bringing tangible change in people's life. But you need to have a low ticket offer to sell between $47 to $97 that you have already sold multiple times and is proven to deliver results. In case you don't have a low ticket offer, no worries. I'm assuming you have a high ticket offer or a mid ticket offer, and in that case, you can watch the video where I have shared the entire case study of how we generated $133,000 for a coach in just 30 days or $600,000 in total for another coach. The links are in the description. Now let's jump right into the case study. So to start with, let's first understand the client's background. Our client was a business coach who had coached over 1,000 plus people and crossed the 7-figure milestone in just 3 years. His specialty? Helping service providers and coaches close high-ticket deals and make between $5,000 to $25,000. Here's what made him an ideal fit for our system. First, he already had a good brand name in his industry. Second, he has a proven track record of transforming lives with his coaching program, consulting, and even free offers. Finally, he already had a set of well-nurtured audience who wanted to learn from him. Now the question is how we exactly helped him to get clients and how we exactly helped him to convert 73% of the total room size. Now that brings us to point number 2, which is our scaling framework. At Bloody Marketers, we follow a simple equation. PPG equals to V plus 3L, which means predictable business growth equals to visibility plus lead generation plus lead nurturing plus lead conversion. Now for this client, we focused primarily on lead generation and lead conversion, specifically for his new low-ticket offer launch. Now let's talk about the system selection for the lead generation and for lead conversion. So first of all, for lead generation, we used a simple webinar funnel, and for lead conversion, we crafted the entire webinar script with the offer stack, presenting it as the only logical step to take with a no-brainer offer element. Now in this video, I won't be going in depth about this particular step. I will be publishing a different video because it is one of the most important steps to nail to convert higher percentage of any webinar room. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can consider subscribing it now to get notified about all the future videos I publish on this channel. Coming back to the video, here comes the 2 important questions. First, why specifically this system? Because of 2 points. Number 1, the client had a well-nurtured set of audience who wanted to learn from him. And number 2, he was facing difficulty to sell his high-ticket coaching offer because of the global economic slowdown. So it allowed us to convert his audience and ascend them to the core offer. Second is, will it work for you? Well, it depends. It could do better or completely fail because it's not just about the qualification, but also the ideation and the execution of the entire funnel. But the good news for you is I can personally help you to figure this out absolutely for free. You can book a free strategy call with me by clicking the first link in the description. On this call, we will create a custom plan which will lead you to hitting multiple 6-figure months. And even if we decide not to work together, you will walk away with a custom strategy for scaling your coaching business, which you can implement yourself. So if that sounds like a plan, book your strategy call right now by clicking the first link in the description. Now, coming back to the video, let's discuss about the campaign setup. We went through 7 different phases, and for privacy reasons, I cannot share the backend of the campaign or any behind the scenes. But I'll walk you through all the phases so you know how you can implement for yourself. So first of all, everything starts with the ideation phase. Now in this particular phase, we ideated the entire campaign, what we need to do, what each of the team members will be doing, where we need the client, what tools we will be using, how the entire strategy will work, what kind of funnel we will implement, like basically every single thing we jotted down on a doc, and we did a meeting with the client and with his team and with our team. So everyone stays on the same page. Next comes is the setup and building phase. And as the name suggests, in this particular phase, we started building the entire funnel, all the automations and everything required to launch this particular system. And finally, we moved to the launch phase where we started promoting this particular funnel. After we started promoting and getting registrations, we moved to the next phase, which is crafting webinar presentation and offer. In this particular phase, we crafted the entire webinar presentation with the entire offer stack, presenting it as the only logical step to go with. And then came the webinar webinar day where we did the live webinar. And in the webinar, we had almost 75 people, out of which we were able to close almost 40 people live on the webinar itself. Once the webinar was done, we moved to the next phase, which is post-webinar activities, which actually increased our sales by 15 more. So it collaboratively became 73% of the entire room. Once everything was done, we moved to the last phase, which is tracking and reporting. In this particular phase, we tracked the entire funnel metric at each stage and we reported it over a sheet to see where we need to optimize for the next time. So that was the entire campaign setup. Now let's move to the most juicy part of this video, the result breakdown. So we were able to get 55% show up rate, which is unheard of in the industry because the industry standards dwell again between 25 to 30% max or 35%. Then we had a retention rate till the pitch was over of almost 100%, again unheard metric. And finally, we were able to close 73% of the room, which equivalent to 55 sales. Here is the screenshot from the client saying that new update, 55 sales till now. Now moving to the next thing, the key takeaways, the most important part of this video. First one is importance of having a low ticket offer upfront. Now, if you are a coach struggling to sell your high ticket coaching offers because of the economic slowdown or trust recession in general, then you must consider having a low ticket offer upfront that significantly lower down the bar of investing with you, with your coaching business, and it drives a lot of people in your audience into your ecosystem who you can nurture later and push to your main core offer, which is a high ticket offer in general. Now, the point number 2 is continuously building a well-nurtured set of audience. Now, if you see as an online coach, the only people who are going to buy from you are the people who trust you and believe that you will drive some kind of value in their life and solve their problems in relationships, in health, or in wealth industries. All of that starts with when they see you and give their attention to you, what you are trying to say, what message you are conveying to the market. And once you have their attention, you can convert them as your lead and start to nurture them. Once they are nurtured, you can bring them to your webinar, to your 5-day challenge. You can show them your VSL, or you can just send an offer over an email or over socials. And people will be up for buying from you because now they trust you. They believe that you can drive some kind of value. You can solve some kind of problem in their life. So that's the point of continuously building a well-nurtured set of audience. Finally, the last point, power of a simple, well-structured funnel system with the right execution. Because till this point, you probably have a right strategy, you probably have right funnel system in place, but the right execution is so much important because ideation, planning, and everything is one thing, and execution is a complete different ballgame. And if you mess up there, you mess up the entire campaign, and the entire campaign will fall off, will fail, and you won't be able to make good money with your coaching business. So these are all the points that we keep in mind while executing any client campaign. And if you are going to execute it yourself, keep these key takeaways in mind and craft your entire campaign accordingly. Now, if you want to achieve such results for your coaching business and need expert guidance, then click the first link in the description to book a free strategy call with me. On this call, we will map out the entire strategy for you to turn your webinars into a sales machine. If that sounds like a plan, book your strategy call right now and I'll see you on the other side.